Thank you so much for stopping in. The thing that's been on my mind uh, recently is how the division in our country will turn out. I'm going to do a card reading on it. The I started paying attention. I used to not pay much attention to news. As a matter of fact, during a portion of my life, I didn't look at news at all. And recently, I started kind of paying attention because I wanted to do some card readings on current events, or it just seemed like it's something I needed to do. So I started paying attention to current events. This week, I'm doing this on April 18th of 2025, and it is 6:24 a.m. This week I saw, or coming into today, I saw some highlights. I don't really read the articles. I look at highlights. Okay. This week I saw highlights of a number of troubling divisions in our country. And it had to do where people take sides of things that we as normal humans would never defend, would never take a side and defend some of these issues that are coming up as divisional things in our country. That, I mean, even 5 years ago, even any time before now, we wouldn't have taken sides on things that I saw this week. In a private moment, whatever your position is about behaviors, about national security, about social behaviors, about sovereignty, about morals, personal morals, social morals, about crimes, about identity, about politics is troubling. I mean, in private moments, we all have what we believe to be our core. So, whatever your position is, it seems like things are really out of whack. When I contemplate in my own personal estimations, my own personal core, even though people have said or intimated that we could have another civil war, there's such vitriol in what I saw this week, just this last week. I uh, I think that could be. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, I don't, but I can see how it's building. And then, of course, I want to stop looking at the mail or the mail, looking at the headlines. Um, and basically, I only see a sliver of information, so I don't know if it's really balanced or if it's even correct. But it is headlines that other people see too. And so I may be completely wrong, but um, on one hand, I want to do channelings or card channelings. But on the other hand, we do still have the regular channelings that I post all the time, and that basically helps us look look forward to the potential outcomes and not the current events. I mean, it's current energy, but it's not the current events that the mainstream media wants us to focus on. So, what I am seeing is really troubling, but I guess I still am compelled to take a look at the topics. And today the topic on my mind is how will the divisions in the United States turn out? So let's look at today I'm using the black and gold tarot deck. As you know, I don't use tarot very often. Because I have never memorized the cards, but this deck, it tells you what the card means. So I'm going to use the black and gold tarot deck today. So let's see what the cards have to say about the topic. How will the division in the United States turn out? Okay, first card is Nine of Swords. Now, just remember that as soon as the channeling starts, I'll pull the cards, and as soon as the channeling starts, I will tell you what I'm hearing. Nine of Swords, The next card is four of the Emperor in reverse. How will the divisions in our country turn out? At this point, this is the channeling. At this point, there are fears and anxieties and lots of negativity. And people are overwhelmed with the continuous onslaught of negativity. And it is creating an obsessiveness in the society and an obsessiveness of the overwhelming fear of what's next, of what is coming, what do we not expect. And it is based on the controlled narrative. It is considered the emperor in reverse tyranny. And it is creating an undisciplined balance approach to all the topics that are being thrown into the ring, the circus ring of society within the United States. And it extends to all countries. This same energy is creating the same type of uncertainty, fear in all countries. It's not the United States doing it to the others. It's just there's that energy that's persistent that keeps things uncertain. How the divisions in our country will turn out. So they're telling us right now with these first few cards. The next card is the Queen of Swords upright. So far, they're telling us what the state of mind is in the people. This next card, Queen of Swords, is saying there needs to be an honest approach. There needs to be truth told to us. There's a lot of people who are wanting the reveals of several different things that have not been produced yet, that they've been wanting clarity on. They wanted the truthfulness on. Apparently, they just put out quite a few pages of the JFK assassination. And there's other things in that line, line of expectations that everybody is looking forward to, like the Epstein files, like the RFK assassination or murder, whatever that was, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King information. So the next card is Queen of Swords. People are wanting the honesty. They want truthfulness. They want to know that the information that is given to them is on the level. They don't want to be left in the dark anymore. And most people are open-minded to this. We've been prepared enough over the past few months to that what certain things are going to be revealed. That gives a lot of peace of mind to most people. The next card is the Chariot in reverse. So the reveal of this information has to be, it's believed by the people who hold the information that it has to be controlled. They do not want it to get out of control. There is a delay in releasing the information to make sure that there isn't lack of control in the dissemination of that material. And in my personal opinion, I think they've done a pretty good job by posting it in one place for everybody to go to. I don't remember what that one place is, but it is all being put onto one central location so everybody can go in there as soon as they want to and look at the information. So they want there is an effort to reduce the anxiety of people, but they don't really care because they need to maintain control of the dissemination of the material. There's also been a lot of leaks that keep things out of control. But the main focus is that they do want to release it, but they want to control how it's released. The next card is Ace of Wands. So after all of this uncertainty, after all of this worry and obsession and tyranny and undisciplined anxiety calms down, and it is because the people focus on, we want the truth. We don't want chatter. We want to be strong. We want to be open-minded, but we don't want to be fooled anymore. So the balance of that with not losing control of the dissemination of the material creates the new beginnings. The new beginnings in our own thoughts, the new beginnings in how information is given to us, and not keep everything hidden and suppressed. We may not like to hear things as soon as we can know them because it's shocking or it's surprising or it devastates your thought of different people. But that is the direction that humanity is going in right now. And by eliminating the worry, the anxiety, the abuse of power, by eliminating all those things, then humanity becomes more inspirational to themselves and have more inspiration for new creative ways to do things. The next card is the moon upright. So there's still some more time. The potential is that things will start new. We will get honesty and we will have forthright conversations where the division begins to reduce. There's not as much of a division between 50% and 50% on totally opposite sides. Those things start to clarify the things that are happening, the reveals that we're getting. And that's not just from government, it's just in general, the reveals allow for that new beginning, but there are still secrets. There's still a shade on much of what's going on, but it is calculated. There is a calculation that the timing of everything is crucial. And there's nothing that we can do about it except be ready to receive the information when it comes out and to continue to encourage the truth to be revealed. Next card is Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There will be continued suffocation of the truth. And there are still people who rule the roost in all sectors of all establishment sectors that do not want change. And as we've been told many times before, change is what most people are uncomfortable with. They know it, but they don't want to relinquish the power so that honesty does prevail. Next card is Eight of Cups. It's appearing, how will the divisions in our country turn out? It appears that the division so the next card's the Eight of Cups. It appears that that's not going to be relieved for a while. This card says abandonment, walk away, travel, letting go, withdrawal, retreat, moving on, disappointment, loneliness, self-discovery. The deep state will be able to prevent the honesty and truthfulness to come out, and it will continue to let the division in the United States, it'll continue to pressure both sides to be divided. Doesn't look like there's going to be much change for a while. The next card I just pulled out is the Six of Swords in reverse. I have to look at them pretty close. Remaining stuck, delay, unseen danger. Yep, it doesn't look like it's going to change much right now. Well, and then the next card is the Ten of Cups, happiness, family, happy ever after. So it's going to continue for a while. All this division is going to continue for a while. Will there be a civil war? The underlying card is the Nine of Cups, which says wishes fulfilled, realizing dreams, happiness, contentment. No, they're wanting it, but it won't happen. The next card, underlying card, is the Hierophant. And that's in reverse, repression, intolerance, fear. Okay, so there's going to be ups and downs. And then the next underlying card is judgment. There are going to be ups and downs. Obviously, these cards are saying horrible, not so bad, great, not good, new beginnings, you're suppressed, there's out of control, bad luck, abandonment, and then there's you remain stuck, and then there's happiness. There is a lot of uncertainty, and the division of, between the people in the United States will continue for a while. And it will ultimately result in a rebirth renewal. And it is something that we have to go through. Both sides will end up forgiving and coming together as a group of people who want the best for their country. That is not just for the United States, that will be across the board. So I guess I'm going to stop there because it's pretty clear that today the cards are saying that it's going to, the division in our country will continue. And the division is things that are morally understood forever, but the divisions will continue because the narrative is perpetuating the excuse me, the division. So expect it to be a while, and after that, at the end of it, there will be a rebirth, an awakening, and forgiveness. That's it. I'm not receiving any other information. Thank you so much for stopping in, and please stay tuned because there's a lot more to come.